Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new year, a new decade, and a new heap of trouble. As it usually goes. I muted you. How are you making noises? There you go. Okay. Alright, hold on. Are we actually streaming? That's what I want to know. What is happening right now? It says that it's streaming. Okay. Now, I have never experienced so much trouble with streaming. Okay, it says I'm live now. Finally, okay. Okay, we're good, finally, okay. So we tried this a couple of times, we had some trouble, but we're finally in here. Now, welcome to Userone Talks 2020 edition. I cannot even comprehend that time has flown past so quickly, but here we are. I mean, we started it in September last year, so this has been going on for a couple of weeks now. I am just, honestly, I want to thank everybody who has come forward, who has supported me, especially after I told you about the attack that happened last week. And there are certain situations I do want to address about the whole situation last week. Not last week, sorry, 2 weeks ago, but technically last decade. But the thing is, I have messed up. And I'm not talking about me doxing myself, because yeah, I messed up there. But, you know, that's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, I think I messed up in a way that, well, okay, let me show you the situation with LSRP right now. So, the LSRP forum is up. They have managed to recover the forum, so that doesn't no longer appear to be an issue. I can even log in, I believe. Let me check. Yep, I can log in. I get a notification, and I am quoted by somebody. Okay, cool. But let me show you guys that I'm not faking. That, I mean, you can check it yourself, but I understand if you don't want to. Here you are, the forum today. It was able to come back up. It's really good. I was, you know, I think a lot of people were saying stuff like LSRP is dead, LSRP is no more. I mean, the server is still not up, as far as I'm aware. Or is it? Is the server up yet? It doesn't appear to be up. Wait, it says 160 people are on. Wait, is the server up and I didn't even realize? But no, okay. If it's up, then we'll. You know what? I'll even play it if it's up. But I don't know if it is. Let me just before I continue, just address this real quick. I just feel like I want to apologize because last week, I read this last stream. I made a big deal trying to find out what was the reason behind the attacks. That's what I did. And I just want to apologize for that because it ended up with like a troll. And the troll was good because the reason it was good because first of all it was very well planned, but mainly because they confessed that it was a troll. So they didn't lead people on for too long. And I appreciate that. But the reason I thought it was... I'll address in another video, but the reason I'm apologizing right now is because I brought up the whole situation. I talked about it on stream, and it's just a very sensitive time, and I think all it did was stress people involved with LSRP out, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to stress like a lot of people out. I'm just trying to fix the situation. My own like problems that I have with different roleplay servers. I'm trying to find a way to come up to these solutions because I understand that just saying, oh, there's problems, that's not going to solve anything. What's the solution? If I can propose a solution, maybe we can work towards that. Maybe I can maybe do my own thing and try to create my own thing. And I don't think that doing what I did last time I was on stream and trying to promote all that discussion was all that helpful when I was so easily fooled. Now, you see, I didn't think that somebody would be willing to pay $260 to try to convince me. But apparently they are. Apparently they are, and now I know that. But I'll make another video about that. I just want to apologize real quick. And one thing I want to say is that I'm very grateful to the developers we had on the server and to people who are working on battling this. I wish you guys the best. And let me just check LSRP right now. So what's the situation with LSRP? Because I literally haven't been checking. I haven't been checking up on it. So I'm just gonna try to log in. I'm just gonna try to log in, see what happens. It just says we're resolving the issues. So I'm gonna log in, and we might be able to do the stream. We might be able to do like a gameplay stream, like I sometimes do. That wasn't the plan, to be clear. That was not the plan. I was not planning to do a gameplay stream. Right now I'm downloading models. Yeah, I mean, I'm in game, I'm downloading models. I don't want to show you the screen right now because I got characters that I don't want to show. I got some characters that have... See, the thing is, if I show you all my characters, then you're gonna know what other characters I have, the ones that I don't make videos on. And then you're gonna be like, that's Userone. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because sometimes I just like to play the game and not be... Ooh. This is interesting, hold on. Well, I actually can't show it to you, but it asks me for two-factor verification. So did they roll back? Because this hasn't been a thing, at least I haven't seen it as a thing in a long time. Two-factor authentication. Wow. Let me try. So is that really a thing? It didn't send me the... I'm checking the spam folder. I don't get it. I'm checking everywhere and I can't find any this is weird. Okay. Hold on, give me a second. This is interesting, but basically what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to authenticate myself because that's what LSRP is asking me for. But maybe that's... I don't know, this seems weird. It's a weird situation. All I know is that LSRP has been attacked. Oh, there it is. There it is. It just took a while. Okay. Okay, login attempt from following IP. I'm not gonna show you my IP, okay guys? Okay, I'm not gonna show you my IP. I made that mistake before. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna be very careful. Verification successful. I haven't done this in such a long time. The verification stuff. That has been a thing in 2014, 2015, 2016. I haven't seen it lately. Okay, I have to restart the game though. And they kinda got rid of that, but I guess they're redoing it again for safety's sake. Okay, screw it. If that's what it takes, I don't mind. This is interesting. Okay, so we might actually get to play LSRP. Oh my god, after so many months of downtime, I actually get to play LSRP. Oh, that's lovely. Alright, so who are we playing as? I think, gonna go with the good old. I know who I'm gonna be playing as. Alright guys, you know who I'm playing as. There we go. Jason Davis, LSRP. We're working on resolving issues, but I mean, there it is. All those people said LSRP is dead. I'm playing it. I'm playing it. There's 157 people on. I won't call a server that has 157 people on dead. I don't know about you, especially when it's a SAMP server in 2019. Okay, let's go ahead and You're fucking right. God damn it. So the stream this whole time was unlisted. So technically I was streaming, okay?
I mean, okay,
Technically I was streaming to an audience of myself.
good for you.
I was like, oh, why am I
Anyway,
getting so little views? Just 1 view.
anyway, I am ready.
Okay, that's good. Well, you know what? This is a good opportunity. So instead of doing 2 hours, I'm just gonna do 1 hour, but I'm gonna play LSRP, okay?
What about the bot? Are we still showing it?
The bot, yeah, we're gonna show the bot.
The links are working, by the way.
The links are working, that's nice.
I fixed all of the issues you found, so.
Perfect. That's awesome. Okay. So, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to explain the bot. Absolutely, but, yeah, okay, cool. Then I have to do the apology for the 3rd time, cool. Okay. Hold on, I need to make a thumbnail real quick. I had an image for this. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. I knew I would get to use this image. Dude, perfect. I'm just gonna add Userone talks over it, and it'll be fantastic. Okay, I'll just resize that.
By the way, at some point, I'm gonna show you, what, like, you're not streaming yet, are you?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you some shit from my life, if you're interested.
I am interested, but I just literally had no time today.
Biggie.
Oh yeah, you have no idea how big of an oof it is. It would be great if this text was white. I guess I can technically invert colors, but that changes red too. I'm gonna just manually replace those colors, I don't care. Just replace those with bright neon red. Ooh. No, that looks ugly as fuck. Don't do that. Yeah, just do red. Normal and fill. Yeah, well, I'll just click on it.
I'll literally just send you this picture with no comment. And I'll send you one more.
Okay, fine, get rid of the invert. Jesus. Alright, just brighten the background image. Hold on. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, what do you want to send me? Let me see.
My Discord lagged while I was sending the next one.
Is that your fucking New Year's Eve? I want to send you
Yes,
some
that's
shit stuff.
New Year's Eve.
I want to send you some shit from my life as well. You know what? Listen. You think you saw everything?
Yeah.
I just sent you something real quick.
I have videos too, but I can't exact.
I'm just gonna share this with you real quick. Oh,
Okay.
I can't just share it because it's technically on WhatsApp. Wait, I have you on WhatsApp, don't I? Do I have you on WhatsApp? Do we have each other on WhatsApp? I gotta start streaming.
I'm back.
I was asking if I have you on WhatsApp. Look, fuck this. We'll do it afterwards.
Uh,
We'll do it afterwards, okay? We'll do it live. Fuck this. We'll do it live. Why is it unlisted? Fuck this. Okay. Right. Fine, let's do it. Okay. Alright, I'm about to start streaming. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I forgot to change the thumbnail. Shit.
You really don't seem like someone who's been streaming for like a year or two.
Well, I haven't.
You have though.
No, I haven't.
Though that's the first time we interacted. You were streaming like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was streaming, then I stopped for a
3
couple of
years
years.
Still, that counts.
No. Yeah, my fucking... Listen, YouTube keeps changing everything. Don't blame me on this. Okay. Right, desktop. Titled. PNG. Please. Okay, thumbnail updated. There we go. What the hell? Just what the hell is happening? It says thumbnail updated. Oh, this isn't the thumbnail, this is the stream itself. Okay, cool. Okay, let's do this shit. You ready?
Sure.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. And we should be live. I think, I hope. This is the, what, 4th time I'm trying to be live? Yep, appears to be the 4th time I'm trying to be live, and hopefully we are. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the title is not deceiving you. It's 2020. And we have confirmation that LSRP is back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, LSRP is back. Let me just get the right one. That's not the right one. That's not the right one either. Hold on. There you go. That's the right one. Close enough. Here we are. LSRP. It's in game. I'm in game. And you can get in game too. It will require verification, but not a big deal. And that guy coughing is the developer for my Discord. Say hello, Reza. How you doing?
Yes. Hello. First of all.
Yep.
This is like every time you mention me in a video, but you should probably learn that my name is pronounced Reese, not Rese.
I refuse. Alright, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. I am just an idiot. Reese. So, yeah, I'm actually really happy that LSRP is back. I knew they could do it. I knew everything would be fine. Well, okay, I'll be honest. With everybody screaming LSRP is dead, let's say I wouldn't be surprised if LSRP actually did die. But they did prove me wrong. I guess they proved my doubts wrong. I was hoping the best for LSRP, and it happened. So let's talk about Roleplay Union real quick, because that's what the show's about. But just before we go into LSRP, real quick, we finally finished the bot somewhat. It's not ready for rollout yet, but let's just quickly demonstrate what it's about, okay? So, do you want to talk about it?
Sure.
Okay.
So essentially, I mean, yeah, the bot is not ready for release. It hasn't really gone through any extensive bug testing, but it should be fully done.
Yeah.
It just needs to be tested and flushed out.
Yeah. Okay,
Anyway.
so, hold on, real quick. I just want to say the purpose of the bot, right? So the purpose of the bot is so that we can do kind of a more structured suggestion system, so that we don't have to manually moderate. Well, we'll still have to manually moderate some things, but this will basically allow us to have this kind of a points system, which he will explain, that will actually make it easier. So this is the way you make suggestions. And okay, yeah, run us through. How do you make suggestions?
Alright.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be showing it, or
Yeah,
you just
I'll be following along as you kind of explain it, I guess.
Alright. So essentially, you go into the suggestions channel where you have a list of suggestions. To make a suggestion, you simply press on the plus sign underneath the current suggestions. That is gonna make the bot message you.
It didn't message me.
Oh, because it's offline.
Oh, okay. Let's try that again. So the bot is going to be always on once we find a host for it. That's the thing that is preventing us from
Yeah,
having
obviously.
the bot on. But
Right now,
yeah.
bot is just being tested, so it's being restarted time.
Okay.
Try it.
Alright, so let me try again. I'm going to press plus to create a suggestion. There it is. Roleplay unit bot.
Alright, now the bot asks you for some information.
Yep.
Post your suggestion, it gives you the ID. You won't need to use it, that's just for, information purposes. Anyway, all you gotta do is copy the format that the bot gives you, replace the title with whatever the title of your suggestion is, and then write text explaining your suggestion. And you just message that bot.
Yep. And then it creates the suggestion. You can go back and you see that your suggestion was created right here. So this is not exactly how to look at the end. We'll refine some stuff. And the point of the system is you have a bunch of suggestions here, right? But you will have one big suggestions list here, and it will have different amount of points, right? So yeah, and they are sorted by the number of points. So you can see I created this suggestion after Reese. Is that how you pronounce it? Reese?
Yeah, Reese.
Okay, Reese. After Reese, and basically, I still got on top because he probably went to my suggestion and voted up. Now, also another thing that was pretty cool: if you vote up your own suggestion, that won't count. That doesn't change anything. You don't earn a point if you vote up your own suggestion. But I can go to Reese's suggestion, vote it up, and then you can see that in suggestions, he probably removed the point. Did you remove the point from mine?
Yep.
Yep, okay, so that happened at the same time. You can see that Reese's suggestion now gets on top of mine. So yeah, that's the kind of system we're going with, and these suggestions will be more detailed, we'll flesh them out. That's what we're going for. That was my idea, but Reese implemented it very well. You had your own interpretation of some of the facts, and I honestly think the end result, we don't know the end result yet, because we're not done with it, but yeah, it's a good beginning. Anyway, I guess that's it. You want to hop onto LSRP, or are you done with LSRP? How do you feel about LSRP anyway?
It's not like I dislike LSRP or anything. I just, I don't exactly enjoy the servers anymore.
I know what
Yeah.
you feel like. It's not because it's bad, just because people, have different passions, and that's totally admirable.
I don't really play games anymore, so yeah.
I don't play games that often myself, to be honest. I'm just excited to the fact that LSRP is back. I've been a big fan of LSRP. I've criticized it a lot, but I'm still a big fan of it. Let's go check it out. Let's go see what's up. Yeah, but definitely one thing I'm gonna do is we're still gonna take some interviews. It's gonna be a shorter one. It's gonna be a shorter overall. This stream is gonna be a little short. It's gonna be 1 more hour, I believe, and I'm gonna give everybody 10-minute window to speak because it's overall shorter. I think that's the fair thing to do. So let's get some people in. Like usual, the roleplay union recovered, LSRP recovered, everything is fantastic. The 2020 is just it's gonna be an amazing decade, guys. It shows that we're just gonna have an amazing time. Now let's hop. You guys feel free. You can join waiting for interview, and yeah, let me just do a little bit of an announcement in the thing so that people know. I'm just gonna tag here.
I'm waiting for my interview.
Oh,
Interview.
You want an interview? Well,
do you want me to be completely honest?
Yes, I want you to be completely honest.
I've never watched any of the interviews. I don't know how they actually go.
Well, I mean,
What do you ask?
Well, first of all, I ask to try to vote off trolls. I ask how long have you been in roleplay union? And usually when they say like, oh, just a couple hours ago, it's kind of obvious that they're not here to do anything. But I don't judge by that. I'm just getting ready to ban them quicker because usually
Well,
that means they are prepared to do something. I don't until they do something. I don't do anything. But no, the point of the roleplay union is to try to find a system where admins can interact with players and that it's fair, that we can hold admins accountable. Because right now, admins can kind of ban people willy-nilly, and you can't really hold them accountable unless you can prove your own innocence. I'm trying to create a system where you admins kind of have some sense of accountability, and yeah, it's just. I'm not saying admins don't have sense of accountability right now. They do. Most of admins are definitely well intentioned, especially on good servers like Los Santos Roleplay. But the thing I want to say is that right now, if an admin was to just ban me out of nowhere and accuse me of something, he doesn't have to post any evidence, and I don't know what evidence they have, and they can be misled. The evidence could be misleading to them, and I can't even point it out to them because I don't see the evidence. Just the system, the way admins interact with players is very one-sided, and it's not very fair. So I'm just trying to come up, maybe there's a better way to do it. So on Roleplay Union we have different ways of handling it, but basically how interviews go is I try to see if people have had situations like that, and most importantly I'm trying to see evidence of that. So there's like an interview room where you can post evidence, stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't always go smoothly. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't always go smoothly. But, sometimes it does.
I mean, I have a lot of information. I have a lot of experience, especially as.
I mean, let's have you come on the interview.
But I don't have any evidence to anything, so.
I mean, honestly, that's typical. That's very typical. So how about we give you 10 minutes and see what you got to say? Alright, so you're gonna be our interview guy. Is you okay with that?
Sure.
Alright, awesome. Alright. This is a pretty historic moment. Alright, please. Awesome. So, welcome to Roleplay Union interview. Oh, sorry, this is Userone Talks. Userone Talks. And we're playing LSRP. I'm actually kind of excited because LSRP has been down for a couple of months, and this is the first time we're able to play it again. What would you like to talk about?
Honestly, anything, I'm down for it.
You've been a part of. Let's talk about how much you've been involved in LSRP, because you were a chief of fire department at one point, I think. No, were you?
Yeah. Funnily enough, Userone got me into LSRP, and he helped me start on the server. Obviously, I wasn't really any good at English, and yeah, I never thought I'd be able to play. And eventually, with Userone's motivation, I joined the fire department and kind of climbed my way through the ranks, eventually reaching a position of a supervisor it was about that time when I actually, started being able to speak good English because of all the intensive paperwork. I joined the sheriff's department, also climbing ranks a bit, and I ended up as it was back in the days, it was the deputy sheriff 3, which is like the highest field staff rank.
I can personally attest to that stuff. I've been on your what are the kind of like graduation ceremonies you had in fire department. I went on them in game, and honestly, I'm just so proud of you because I myself can't even get into police department for like 6 years at this point.
Just so people don't think that this is something that was achieved quickly or something like that, it actually took a very long time. I think it was 2 years in the FD to climb up the ranks. Yeah, funnily enough, I just remember the day I was joining at the academy. They were someone who to become a very close person to me eventually. They said at the academy that, you never know, one of you may be the next high command member. And we all laughed at that. And eventually I became the chief over time. I actually don't remember how exactly it happened, but yeah, I became the chief. And I used to I joined the staff team. I was a tester and a forum moderator. But then I resigned from all my position. I tried playing just for fun, but yeah, my real life kind of took over, and I
Yeah.
haven't really played since then. So yeah, that was my journey.
That's honestly just an impressive resume. That doesn't really help in the real world much, but either way,
Actually, does
it does.
because of all the administrative work I've done for the FD, I not like. So first of all, it's thanks to LSRP that my English is at the level it is at. Like, I started as someone who didn't know any English. Like, I was horrible in my class. Now I'm at a point where I won. I'm like, according to the fucking competitions, I'm the first like English speaker in the entire region. So
Wow, that's
yeah,
I'm really happy about that. Myself, I've also learned English thanks to video games. LSRP, I think LSRP has helped me because they do uphold high standards. You know, not always the most perfect way. I mean, the methods they use to uphold those standards are shaky. I think they get some false positives sometimes, but it's admirable the dedication that LSRP has and the influence of like just honestly just I don't know what to say, man. Your story is inspiring.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, right. Cash Coins, ironically enough, is asking me whether I got to keep $300 that I got last stream when I was trolled by people who were trying to like convince me that LSRP is being DDoS'd because and Martin did some nonsense, which turned out to be false, because the guys confessed that it was a troll. But they sent me $260, and yes, I got to keep it. I got to keep it. I'm gonna publish that video. It's a little embarrassing because I managed to dox myself, and I'll talk about the situation later. But that video will get published this week, okay? Within the next week, I promise. There will be a highlights video of that. But yeah, okay, no problems with the highlights video, but the video will get published. So the thing is, I also try to invest the money back into the channels so that we can have better post content. So what would you say? What kind of suggestions would you give to new players getting into roleplay right now? I think that's a good question to ask.
What do you mean suggestions? Like, what should they do, or?
Yeah, because a lot of people, they join roleplay servers and they run around mindlessly. They don't know what to do. What did you do when you first joined?
Well, okay. The thing that the thing that motivates me when I roleplay is some sort of an accomplishment. First of all, that's like the first and foremost thing for me. So, how I usually start, I just join a faction. I do something that I don't feel comfortable doing, as in I don't believe in myself I can do it. I do that. I try to push myself to, you know, fight with it and get better. And eventually, I obviously pick up whatever is that I set out to. And then the sense of accomplishment is something that I've enjoyed the most throughout my roleplay service, most namely LSRP. So that's like the first step that I do. But to enjoy roleplay, I don't think you need to join a faction or have any sort of accomplishment. The second thing that motivated me the most was playing with people I knew. So we would make characters that had some sort of a common history. You know, we roleplayed family members and just tried.
I remember, yeah. At one point, you were Jeffrey Dason's daughter, right?
Yeah, exactly. I started this Jeffrey Dason's daughter.
You
I was
had
called
one video.
on the roads. Yeah,
That was
no,
pretty
two,
cool.
I think, or three. I think, I'm not sure, but I remember. I remember the times when I played LSRP just for fun with a bunch of friends, and we tried to roleplay, and it was, you know, you could say those were the simpler times because, and we weren't in a faction. We kind of just, you know, had fun while roleplaying. We tried to develop relationships in game, and yeah, we had fun doing that. So that's definitely what I'd recommend: just find people to roleplay with and develop relationships with. maybe if you like storytelling or writing, you could make some unique characters and try to interact with the environment, make some interesting roleplay situations for other people, stuff like that. That's what I enjoy the most.
I agree with you completely. When I started, I didn't join any factions. I didn't like how illegal factions had forced the case, but I did try to eventually join the LSPD, and I did get into LSPD, but I didn't pass the thing completely. Jesus. Basically, I don't think that cop should just start fighting. Okay. Anyway, let's basically, yeah, about the roleplay. This is not the best example, but when it's good, it's good. When there are some memorable moments like bank robberies. I think I did 3 bank robberies on LSRP alone. And they were the best moments, definitely, I had on LSRP. Because they were like these huge, massive events. And there's still huge interest in LSRP. Like, I barely even noticed that it came back up. And there's clearly still issues. And it might even go down again, but that doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, a lot of people are still invested in this. It creates fantastic memories, and that's the point. So, honestly, thank you, LSRP. Thank you for the 5 years that you've provided us with entertainment, right? I think you would thank LSRP for that, right?
Yeah, sure. Also, I just want to point out for people who might not know me under the new name that I have, because I've changed my name because a lot of people called me this name. They would misread my name and they would just call me this. They would call me Reese. And I prefer this name, so that's why I stuck with it. Anyway, I used to be Reset or Callan. Some people that would Userone might know me under.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Funnily enough, even when I was in the factions, the most fun I've had was when there were people I knew online, like people that I was in character friends or family with, and I would get injured, or some of them would get injured or something, because we were in FDE or SD. Yeah, those were the most fun times because it would just, we would just be developing the relationships further. We would be interacting with the other person more, especially in public. So yeah, that's all I have to say to that. To that question.
I'm just honestly happy that LSRP is back. I was a little worried when it got taken down for so long and everybody was screaming LSRP is dead. It just goes to show you shouldn't listen to anybody but the reliable sources. You should just be patient and hope for the best.
Yeah, I would move on to another question.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think I've answered this one. Yeah,
I don't have many questions. I didn't really prepare because this is such a weird situation. I didn't think LSRP was up this morning, and then I checked and we found out that it was up. So now
I didn't play LSRP, and I know it's been up for a while.
Well, you could have told me, but okay. No, it's my fault. I got too caught up with other stuff. You might notice that I have this thing now. Hold on, let me just show it real quick. I got a little like a stand. It's for my camera. There it is, the camera. I got it gifted for New Year's Eve because I made this green screen. But my family gifted me that, and I'm very thankful for that. And I'm planning to make a lot of videos for that. I already recorded some stuff. And I'm just, I don't know. This new decade is turning out to be great. How about this for a question? What's your New Year's resolution? What's your new decade resolution? Yeah.
Well, kind of caught me off guard with that question.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this was the first year that I didn't actually set out to achieve any resolutions. But you could, I'm just gonna give a generic answer because there's not much specific. Last year has actually the best year for me in my life. So Honestly, I just wanna top that. I wanna try to top last year, and I wanna travel a lot and do a lot of stuff that people would consider crazy or adventurous.
Are you gonna
So,
vlog it?
see, I'm not that kind of a person. I don't log it, but usually there are videos or photos taken of me by other people who do those things with me. So
Hmm.
I'm just one of the people who actually do the thing.
I know, man. Yeah, you're extremely humble. You barely share anything you do. But honestly, you are very skilled. Like you're developing this bot so quickly and rapidly. It just shows me that you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Uh, hopefully we can implement this bot by the end of the next week. Hopefully sooner than that. But tomorrow it's back to uni, and uh, I'm not looking forward to that. I'll be honest.
I mean, the bot is literally done. It's just a question of deployment and answering some questions about it. But the script part is done.
Yeah, I mean the script part is pretty much the gist of the bot, and now we just need
Yeah.
to find a host for it, and hopefully it'll be good. Also, we gotta get backups. We already got some backups, but we gotta get more backups just to be extra safe, you know. Anyway, let's move on. Let me just check real quick.
You know, I want to point out, Userone,
Yeah.
right now, you've never interviewed me in front of the people, so right now is your opportunity to interview, to ask stuff from someone who's, been on the staff and
You
in
right.
high positions of LSRP.
I'm just so overwhelmed. I don't know what to say. Well, what
And
was?
see,
Yeah.
I just hang on. I just want to finish the thought.
Okay. Sorry.
Like right now, I'm not holding any positions, so and there is nothing that I wouldn't be able to say. So you can use your opportunity. So yeah,
I wanna know what was it like being a tester,
being a
or
tester.
or like being in high Yeah, let's talk about being a tester first. I wanna know what was it like? What was the attitude, general vibe, I guess, going on?
Well, the reason why I joined the tester team was for the special color and being in slash testers. That's first and
I
foremost.
like the honesty. I appreciate the honesty.
And the special banner on the forums.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, while the reasons for joining were not, motivated by wanting to help exactly, I still went into it with the intentions of doing good things and, helping out the server.
Yeah, I mean
It's
that's
just it's just I had a different motivation behind it.
no. I think your motivation is fine. Imagine this, right? Imagine if a tester was not even recognized as a tester. That'd be silly. I mean, those are expectations that are pretty much expected of people.
Yeah, I see. I was going at first. I was going for game admin, but then I've kind of realized that it's not exactly what I want to do. Like, sure, it's fun to be an admin, when it comes to just being an admin, but it's not really fun dealing with everything. I've
Oh,
had
yeah.
past experience being a high-ranking admin, and the amount of stuff you would need to deal with on a daily basis was just insane in game. Like you couldn't play peacefully because you'd always be messaged by someone or
I
someone
understand
asking you
that.
to do
Yeah,
something.
a lot of times you look at a list of admins, and a lot of them are offline most of the time because I can imagine this is stressful work. I've been a staff member myself, not exactly an admin. I mean, technically I was an admin at one point, but like very, very small for a small time. But no, I was a game master. You know what's a game master? I talked about this before a little bit.
You've talked to me about this, and I still don't consider it a part of a staff team.
Okay, listen, I spent 30 minutes per person teaching them how to roleplay, okay? I think that qualifies as a staff
Oh,
member.
that's actually a good point that I can make here.
Yeah?
Funnily enough, on LSRP, being a tester was much less stressful than being a tester on a small server that I used to be in, that I ended up being an admin at for our country. That someone actually mentioned in the chat, so shout out to you, by the way. But yeah, that server was more stressful because we actually used to, you know, dedicate time to teaching people. We would teleport people away and teach them how to roleplay. On LSRP, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Testers don't teach people how to roleplay. Though, so if anyone is considering being a tester, because either you want to help people or you want to get the special color like I did, it doesn't matter as long as you wanna, as long as you're willing to dedicate the time needed to do the shit that you're supposed to do. I say go for it. When it comes to the in-game questions, you know, there's a lot of testers. You can just grab yourselves a few questions every now and then. Just, you know, there's always going to be someone handling them, so you'll get some, other people will get some. It's not that, like, it's not stressful at all. And the applications, the application review is, it takes a while to review an application at first. Well, once you get used to it, it's pretty quick, and the quota for like how many applications you should do is not that bad. Like, it's pretty alright.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's for being a tester.
So, what was your? But I'm more interested about your interaction with, like, your superiors and other testers and stuff like that. High command. Anybody you interacted with? Was it like? Did you feel like it was appropriate? Did you have any troubles at all?
Well, obviously, I had a bunch of questions when I joined the staff, but people, the higher ranked admins, were quick to answer any questions. So it was alright working with everyone. I don't have any issues on that side of things. I had to report one staff member before.
Wow.
But it was another tester that joined with me.
Okay.
But it wasn't anything significant. Like, he hasn't really caused any issues to me. It was just something that, like, he was breaking the rules repeatedly and mentioning it, so that's why I reported him.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was a pleasure working with everyone.
I see.
I got nothing negative to say.
Jesus. LSRP has changed a lot. Do you know they let you, like, actually change the names of vehicles now to realistic vehicles? So, like, you can have a I literally saw somebody just stop a 2018 Mustang. That's all it says, 2018 Mustang. It's a little weird. But anyway, no, moving back to the questions, though, I think there's more important questions to be asked right now. I don't even know what to ask at this point. Did you enjoy it, I guess, is a good question I want to ask. Did you feel like it was... Well, I guess you already answered it. You already told that it was worth it, right? Pretty much.
It was worth it through all the headaches, through all the trouble. It was all worth it.
I'm very happy that it was. And honestly, I know being a staff member is stressful. I know it is, and you might not consider that I was that I was a staff member, but I don't care, because even what I was doing was stressful. And right now I'm running my own community. It's stressful. It's there's a lot of things you gotta think at all times. You make one tiny mistake, and it just all blows over. And I can understand why LSRP admins will want to be quiet about a lot of things. They don't want to say things that they are not sure about. That's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure about that.
I can still say that the most stressful thing I've done on LSRP was leading a faction. Leading FD. It was both wonderful and fucking hell on earth.
Let's talk about that now, because I imagine you probably interacted with some administration while you were doing that. Is that what happened? Were you at all interacting with any admins while you were doing it?
What was the question?
Were you interacting with any admins as a chief of, well, the guy that was responsible for FD?
Well, you have legal faction meetings with the server management.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if you're leading a faction, you're not on the staff team. You still gotta interact with the server leadership, with the development. So I guess that's what you were asking. And as FD, you need to interact with admins if, like, for some, if you have some additional, like, you need something done in game, real quick. So yeah, you do need to interact with admins a bit. They're usually, if it's a factionally asking an admin to do something, they usually respond and help you out. Cause yeah. So yeah, I haven't had any issues with that.
Oh my god, play that's a female character too much. No, what I wanted to ask is, I mean that's actually really good. I'm actually really happy to hear that because the fact that yeah, I get it. It's either way it's stressful to be in like a leading role, regardless of just any. When you're leading just a bunch of people, regardless of the environment, it's gonna be stressful because you gotta think about the way you present yourself. You gotta think about the way you just oh, Edward Campus here, of course. You gotta think about the way you just do everything, and
I think I started. Well, first of all, I was in FD command, so I was like a captain. I think when there was 100 members. Which is a lot of people. And I led FD when there was, I think, 60 members.
Yep.
So that's a lot of people to take care of.
I can imagine 60 members. Jesus Christ! I don't think I have 60 members in my staff team.
But
yeah.
What is there anything specific you wanted to know about being in?
I have no idea. My mind is racing. What's the most interesting thing? Would you think was about all that stuff? Like how many hours of work do you think you put in? I think that's a good question.
That heavily depends on like what kind of a day it would be, what needed to be done. Personally, I took over FD after the reforms have started to push the server into a more realistic direction.
Okay.
Which I did not agree with.
Why did you disagree with it? Yeah.
Right, okay. I'm one of the people who dislike the direction that LSRP took. Because when I started playing, LSRP was just much more enjoyable for me. Both in SD, FD, and generally. In SD, it was much more fun to, in chases, be able to pit people. When it was all more laid back. You know, people had fun. Like, the focus was on enjoying the game. And making others enjoy it as well. In FD, it wasn't maybe 100% realistic, but what it meant was that we all focus on the family feeling of the faction, and on developing our relationships and character. So we had a lot more fun doing. In general, I just don't think 100% realism makes for too much of a fun game.
So you think the LSRP should prioritize fun over being just realistic?
It should, I think. Actually, right now I think it's too late.
Well,
but yeah, back in I would definitely be happier if LSRP stuck to being the old server it used to be.
Edward Campus fucking following me in game. Of course he does. But this is actually a really good point. A lot of things have been shifting to this realistic way, and a lot of things haven't been making sense. For example, did you know LSPD are not allowed to shoot at any moving vehicles, like in any situation?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's one of the things you are not allowed to do at all, at any case. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Because there certainly should be some cases where you should be allowed to shoot. Like if somebody's trying to run you over. Hell, in America, police are allowed to open fire on fleeing suspects if they think that they're a threat to the public.
Yeah, it's just, it's been shifting towards both realism, but also making it fair with criminals. The thing is, in reality, it's not exactly fair for the criminals either, is it?
Right.
The police don't have limitations that are as harsh as an LSRP.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous to expect people to follow so many protocols and remember so many rules. And it's unnecessary.
When I joined back, to his. I really wanted to get into role playing again as developing my character. But when I saw all the shit that I needed to learn, like just the rules themselves, like the regulations and all of that, I literally gave up. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And I used to lead an entire faction, and I could go through all the material. Can't imagine someone who just joins LSRP and has to go through that. I think it's just
I absolutely agree
overdone.
with you. I think there's way too much emphasis on all of this nonsense. That everything has to be super realistic. Like, here's the thing, I'm the guy that goes, there should be, like, police should have to place physical evidence, right? That's what I'm saying. Police should, in Red County, you know what system they have in Red County? I'm actually really surprised, pleasantly, because I recently found out that they actually have a court system, and it's actually pretty good. You can actually get charges dropped on basis of lack of evidence.
Right.
At least within a week. After that, they can deny you. So the idea is, officer keeps the evidence for all the charges they do for a week.
Yeah. I mean, that's nice. To be honest, nothing groundbreaking, but that's alright. I don't know, I'm just... Yeah, honestly, I don't care about any of that. The only thing I'd look back would be the old LSRP. But, that's not happening. And I'm fine with that. Which is the reason why I don't roleplay anymore.
If there was a server prioritizing fun instead of realism, would that make you interested again?
No, of course.
Interesting.
If it were a popular server, that is. Obviously, I don't want to play with like 10 people.
That's another
But
thing. Player base is a big factor when choosing a server. That's why LSRP has stayed up so much, because it was one of the most popular servers, and it still is one of the most popular servers. Even despite the fact that it has been down for a couple of months, there's still 75 players online. I mean, sure, it's not 600.
I'm actually surprised there were so many people online. I thought LSRP was in like deep shit with the attacks. That wasn't their fault, I know that. I'm just saying, I thought they got really fucked by that. But they came back.
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
They came back. It's a surprise to me as well, to an extent. Like, I was half expecting them to come back, but I was starting to have doubts with how long the attack was lasting. But they came back. They're determined. They're not giving up, and that's... hell yeah. Like, I actually want to apologize for how last stream was all about finding out the reason behind the attack and why the attack was happening. And I'm just happy that we figured out that you shouldn't trust everything you hear on the internet, because we had a couple of trolls come in. They gave me $260 to try to convince me that it was they had their own story made up, but they admitted there was a troll, which I respect a lot, and it told me a lot of facts. It told me that people are willing to pay $260 to a not as relevant of a guy anymore, just to convince a couple of people that of a certain story for just a couple of minutes. So if they can do that, if they're willing to put up $260 for that, just imagine how much effort are people gonna go to spread false information. You have to be vigilant looking at information on the internet. You can't just trust anything you hear. Absolutely not, right?
Yeah.
But this emphasis on realism instead of fun is definitely a big subject. So, how do you think it came up? Why do they want to emphasize realism instead of fun? Did they ever explain that?
I think for FD, it was that back in the old days, people, like the community, the server community, complained that FD wasn't realistic enough. Which, sure enough, I understand, I guess. But at the same time, it was like close to being realistic. It wasn't like stupid unrealistic. It was just not fully 100% realism. But everyone had fun. That was the main part of it.
Yeah. I mean, the
And-
whole point, if the ex-representative of let me find the video. Hold on. The ex-representative of oh my god, why are people driving my castles? The ex-representative of Nintendo actually said something that was Reggie. Do you know Reggie? Let me see if I
No.
can find what he said. He said this wonderful phrase, and I think I want to play it right now in front of you. There you go. Okay. There you go. Let me just show it to everybody.
If it's not fun, why bother?
Exactly. If it's not fun, why bother? Good quote, Reggie. Good. Always. I miss him. They changed the representatives, and the new one is not as fun. But yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Do you agree with the fact that if it's not fun, why bother? Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I
Do you think a lot of people agree with that?
honestly I can't tell anymore, but I would assume so. Especially, so what happened in there was, FD was at its highest peak when the leader of FD was Genevieve Crawford, or when they led FD, FD was focused on the family feed, on enjoying roleplay.
Okay.
It wasn't 100% set on realism. But when FD started being transformed into a 100% realistic faction, people started leaving because it just wasn't fun anymore. Sure, some changes were positive. They made for better roleplay. But there were some that were just annoying. Like, for example, we used to have a handbook that was relatively like an okay size. It wasn't too long, it wasn't short. Like, anyone could read it, anyone could understand everything, it kept everything nice and concise. And then the new handbook was just fucking 5 pages long of posts.
Mm-hmm.
That's just way too much. It wasn't even like relevant information. Most of it was just text written so it looks realistic. And that's just stupid because it doesn't actually help in it. Yeah, sure, it looks realistic, but you kinda just want to give the information to people. So yeah.
I absolutely agree with you. When I saw the textbooks, for the PD, I mean they were simplified a little bit, but they were still pretty intense. It's just I understand why. I understand why, and they explain why. But some of the stuff that doesn't make sense, and they say all about realism, but they don't apply it all the time. Let me just put it that way. Okay, I'm not gonna say too much, but they don't always apply the let's all be realistic. Okay, you know what? I don't know if I should say this. I'll just say it. Fuck it. You know the gun ranges, the like gun ranges.
Yeah.
They don't even give you ear protection. They don't give you ear protection in gun ranges in PD.
Yeah.
If you've ever been in any gun range, you will have ear protection. Why? Because if you don't have ear protection, guess what's gonna happen? It's called tinnitus. It's the ringing in your ears, right? Do you sometimes hear ringing in your ears?
Nah, but I know you have it.
Yeah, I have it, and it's annoying as fuck. You cannot shoot a gun without ear protection, okay? Because it's the loudest thing you'll probably ever hear in your life. I'm not exaggerating. Movies really underplay the how loud they are, but you cannot underplay that shit. And honestly, just yeah, sorry, yeah, you say it.
I think the obvious example, whether people prefer realism or no, is all I need to say. When FD was focused on the family feeling, we had 100 members. When they took over with the realism, it started going down very quickly. People were complaining all the time. I wasn't happy. When I took over, I started reverting some of the changes that were just didn't make sense for enjoying the game, that weren't they were just stupid or way too tedious for no reason. Everyone, literally everyone, said that those changes were good, and no one complained about a single thing. So, I think that's all that needs to be said about it.
People want to play a game for fun. People want to join a game and play. That's what majority of people want. They don't want to sit for just, I don't know. They don't want to have to read a 10-page manual. They don't want to fucking go through all the forms and all the nonsense. They don't want to do that. I understand there needs to be some filter, because yes, there are incompetent people, yes, there are trolls, and those filters are necessary. But at some point you're going beyond what is necessary, and you're getting in the realm of stupid. And I absolutely agree with that.
Like, who knows? Maybe FD is doing much better now. I don't know.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I've just looked 2 medics online. 176 people on, 2 medics online. Who do you think is all playing injuries? Nobody.
I mean, that's...
Nobody's all playing injuries because there's no medics. Everybody constantly gets NPC'd. It's an endless cycle. Because there's no medics online, nobody all playing injuries. Because they know they're not going to get treated without NPCs. I mean, honestly, it's surprising for me that there's even medics online at all. Because I remember there being 0 medics online most of the time. So, when you had 100 members online, I can tell there was a difference. Hell, they even...
No,
Yeah.
When I was the chief, I know we wouldn't have maybe medics throughout the entire day, like for example during nights, but then we would have like 12 people online at the same time, all role playing together and doing shit.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So we had a strong presence. Sometimes yes, you wouldn't be able to roleplay with us, but when you did, we actually tried to give you like the best experience. Like we tried focusing on actually interacting with everyone that we roleplay with and leaving them with a positive experience, because we were trying to clear FD's name after what happened before, and we were doing really well. And then I left FD and I left it to 2 people that I trusted, and they were forced out of the faction. I don't actually remember the details. And then
That sounds shady as hell.
the people who started making it into a realistic faction got FD again, and they continued, and kind of just, and it went back downhill from there. So,
you know, I actually have a story. As what I was doing while you were doing all that, I was owning businesses, and I had a story where there was this biker business, right? And there was this actual like legislative group of people role-playing like legislators and like business bureau and stuff like that. So people who were focusing on giving business licenses, you know? That's what I was looking at. And
yeah.
Here's the thing. When I made my business license, then they went through my business, they did all the checks, they questioned it, and it was fun. It was genuinely fun. I know that sounds crazy. I haven't had fun in a while playing LSRP, but especially on camera. But it was genuinely fun to have like actual people come in, verify your business, and like question you about that stuff. It was like a logistical thinking. It wasn't the real world, because we don't want the imitation of real world. Nobody wants an actual one-to-one simulation of what it's like to live in the real world, because the real world sucks. Okay, let's just say it. It sucks. We don't choose our birthplace. We don't choose where we're born. If you just want to pretend that you're this rich Mongol that lives on an island, trust me, you probably don't want it to be simulated one-to-one, because those rich Mongols, they have more money, more problems. That's the truth. Okay? People always present their best side. They don't show their worst side. I can trust you that everybody is suffering to an extent. And those rich people, they probably got a lot of shit to suffer about as well. That being said, when we're playing a game, we want to have fun. I think that's the bottom line here, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, you know, I just, this is the most frustrating thing. They got shut down because some like people who were like in the biker gang and some administrators complained that it wasn't fun for them because they wanted to just have bars everywhere. So now I believe the way the business system works is you just apply and you verify yourself. and then other people can report you. That's so boring. It was like a dynamic, interactive thing that was just killed because why? Because they wanted to. It's again. This is going back to they're not really going for realism even, right? They're going realism for what benefits them almost. You know what I mean? Because they shut down the legislative thing because they would make a bar illegal. Why did they make a bar illegal? Because it didn't fit the requirements. You can have an underground bar exclusive to your own like bike group if you want to be an outlaw. It's not fun to be robbed every 5 seconds, but you only seem to punish players when they rob people for every 5 seconds. You don't punish bikers that have fragmentation grenades, you know? That kind of stuff. It seems kind of hypocritical at times, you know what I mean? Have you ever had the feeling that sometimes actions and initiatives may be hypocritical? Maybe might get into favoritism at some point?
Yes and no. Like, sure, but I don't really care about it. I never really question that stuff, so...
A lot of people will, with a straight face, tell you that that's not a thing. People are just incapable of being enticed by lack of accountability. People are just incapable of using the advantage that they have, the power that they have, and the fact that nobody's holding them accountable to give benefit to their friends. That's not a thing, right? Apparently.
I actually hopped in game right now.
Yeah.
To check. I wanted to check if I still have my apartment, and I just want to point out I haven't played an LSRP for like a year, and I still have my apartment, and it's not like a cheap apartment. It's an actually kind of luxurious apartment.
That's
I still
awesome.
have it.
I
on my
almost
main
lost my house one time. I actually logged on as my house was being, as I was being evicted from my house for inactivity.
Huh.
But yeah, that's really cool. Fuck, you wanna roleplay?
Nah.
Okay, that's
Good.
it's fine. It's
I mean,
fine.
I'm not gonna lie. I do miss LSRP, but I miss the old LSRP.
Okay, that's a good thing to focus on, because again, a lot of people have experienced frustration, and for a while I've been trying to find out what the frustration stems from. I think we got a solid lead with this. I think what you did today is gave me and a lot of people a solid lead on where this frustration comes from. This over-focus on realism is not helping anybody. It's driving people away. It's making this game...
Oh, I think that's you. Yeah, that's you. I'm
Hey,
on the
what's
bike.
up? I love your helmet. Oh yeah, that's it.
I'm just gonna collect because I have 300,000 and that I haven't collected since leaving the server.
Why? You said you're not interested.
And I don't know, just for fun, so I have it in my actual person. Oh, you know what was funny about leading a faction? Like when you're leading a faction, you get some percentage of the faction's bank, like, you know, the amount they have. You get it as your paycheck, as a chief.
Yeah.
I know I donated, so as the chief you put money into the faction bank so that people get their paychecks.
Right.
So they get a lot of money. I don't know if you remember, but FD was always popular for getting high paychecks because the high command would just stuff it with money. With millions and millions.
Wow.
So people would be getting paychecks of like 20,000.
How
Well,
do
imagine...
Okay, yeah.
Imagine a probationary member. If they get 20,000, how much do you think I, as the chief, got that time?
Well, I mean,
I
didn't you donate your own money though?
Yeah, I donated my old money, but like, like anytime I got a paycheck, it just went back. Like if you're leading a faction, you literally have infinite money essentially, because you just shove it into the bank and you keep on getting it back, so you just keep on shoving it back.
That kind of sounds exploity. Sounds like a money generator.
No, you're not generating money. You're just circling the same money, but you have the money because other people give the money as well.
Ah, okay,
Other high
okay.
command member. So you're kind of just exchanging money between yourselves.
Ah,
So
okay.
whenever you want something, you essentially take the money out of the faction because you're stuffing the faction, like you're supplying the faction. It's confusing, but that's how it goes usually.
Tax.
But
You perfected tax evasion.
You know what was
basically.
what the highest paycheck I got was?
What?
Someone donated 10 million and I got like a 1.5 in one
Jesus.
paycheck. Yeah, that's you actually get so much money.
I only ever actually earn money from either doing like adverts, like actual like filming and advertising. Someone donated. Can you even donate on? I don't think I set up donations. Did I?
I don't
I
know.
haven't set up. Somebody apparently donated. I'll have to check it out later. But if you have donated, you'll definitely get your shout out. No, the thing I want to talk about. Holy shit! You did donate. That's legit. Jamie, Jamie Savick, thank you for the donation of €1. I appreciate it. I'll invest it back into the. I'll do it like Callan. Sorry, Reese. I'll do it like Reese, and I'll invest it back in, and we'll all benefit from it. Wait, hold on. Are we promoting socialism?
Oh my god.
No, no. Oh no, Callan. What have we done? Callan, what have we done?
I'm fine with that.
You're fine with socialism, guys? Confirmed. That actually explains a lot that you're fine with socialism. That explains why you kept investing into the.
Should I just give away my apartment for free?
I actually had a. That's I think what Garden Supply got banned for. She was just giving out money left and right, and she got banned for it. I think.
Okay, I guess I'm not gonna do that then.
It's
like a 10 million apartment.
I actually had a plan for leaving LSRP. I wanted to host a game show where I would just give away a lot of money for challenges, basically. Kind of like I mean, it's not really. It's just a way to put so that the money doesn't go to waste. Most of the money I made came from savings. Savings are pretty much the best way to make money. You invest.
You know,
Yeah.
not really. I mean yes, but no at the same time.
If you're not the chief of FD, then yes.
Yeah, no, so, okay, I want to explain. See, I had 2 stays in the FD. The first time I joined, I climbed up to the rank of captain. Actually, no, I climbed up to the rank of battalion chief, and then I resigned. And when I resigned, I thought I was quitting LSRP for good.
Mhm.
And it was exactly at that time that, like, at that time I had like a few million on me. I had a good flat. I had all the cars I wanted. I had like 10 cars then. But yeah,
Okay.
so I had enough money for everything, and I haven't completed the saving. So, and I was super close, so I just ended up completing them. So I got 20 million. I donated it all to the faction.
Nice.
So now, if I wanted to start playing again, I would need to, start saving. Well, I did, and I have 300,000 in saving, which is a good start. But
Hey man, yeah, you're a very generous person. You give away everything. I wanted to do something similar. I wanted to. I mean, I used to do charity live streams like a lot of times on LSRP. I gotta do that again. Do you remember my charity live stream? Oh, my game crashed. Do you remember my charity live streams? Have you been around? Yeah, I think you have been around doing charity live streams.
yeah, of course, I was in them, most of them.
Jeez, how long do we know each other? It must be like 6 years by now.
I honestly don't know.
This is.
Way too long.
Oh my
I
god.
think maybe since I was 13. Now I'm 18. So 5 years. Holy shit, that's a long time.
So I was 5 years ago. That's 16. I was 16. I was a 16-year-old
Oh my god.
who met a 13-year-old. You did not sound 13, to be clear.
I thought I sounded 30.
You did not sound 13. You sounded the same the entire time.
But I mean, even now I would say that I sound young than 18. But everyone tells me that's not true, so.
You honestly sound pretty mature.
Oh, I do. Okay. Good to know.
Anyway,
But I know I have a very attractive and soothing and hot.
please don't. Okay, we're talking about me knowing you when you were 13.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You gotta
I'm a
shut
hot
the fuck
fella.
up, okay?
Okay.
Alright, no, but seriously, the I don't know why we never talked about this before, because fuck, we hang out sometimes, and we always talk about all kinds of stuff, but we never talked about this.
We've never talked about what?
We never talked about your like chief and all that like the stress that you had to experience.
I mean, we always, what we did, if you remember, we would just play CS with
Oh,
you
yeah.
and Tim, who was also who I pulled up into leading the faction with me. So
Oh, dude, I still have the Left 4 Dead Let's Play. It takes up 17 gigabytes on my hard drive.
you don't fucking upload it.
I haven't uploaded like most of the like 99.9% of our gameplays, and I have been deleting a lot of stuff to make more space because my 5 terabytes of space have been filled up. But I've never deleted that one Let's Play from Left 4 Dead that we had together. I should probably edit it together and publish it.
Yeah, I probably should.
Or just
Do you
publish
remember
it in entirety.
Do you remember the videos like 4 silvers against 1 global or whatever?
Yes, oh, they were amazing. But they didn't get a lot of views, unfortunately. And I should really not care about views. I should just do what I want. That's what I
It
learned.
was a very long time ago. No, you didn't have as much of a following back then.
Either way, even then I noticed that they weren't getting a lot of views. The only videos that were getting a lot of views were LSRP. Those were
That
the only
makes
ones.
sense.
And that counter roleplay as well. Counter roleplay also got me some views. So it's not just LSRP, I guess. Will I ever go back to Cop RP? Don't ask me. I'm not the one that decides that. Let's just put it that way. I want to go back to Cop RP. Okay? I want to go back to Cop RP. But it's up to the people in High Command and LSPD whether I get to go
Hang
back
on.
to Cop RP.
I thought you were in PD.
I
Then you
was,
joined.
but then I failed the field training program.
Oh my god, good job.
Yep.
Do that.
Yeah. I mean, I still have some videos from Ivan. I will still upload some videos from Ivan Khrushchev. And I got a lot of videos from Michelle. I'm just glad, let's just be glad that LSRP is back. Let's just be happy. Okay?
Sure.
Honestly, like, think about the repercussions that would happen if LSRP did not come back. Just, that would mean that some asshole, because they were getting DDoSed either way. Some asshole who is DDoSing people could just shut down any server they don't like, just because they don't like them. That would just, it would create instability. It would mean that, oh, why try if I'm gonna get DDoS, basically, right? Less communities would spring up. It would be pretty bad. I'm very happy that LSRP dedicated itself to LSRP staff team and the people at the top. Even after all those admins quit. Did you hear that a lot of high-ranked admins quit?
Yeah.
And they're still fighting. And I'm happy that they're fighting. Honestly, like, I adapted the die fighting mentality a while ago, meaning never give up. Try your best, no matter what, even if it's an uphill battle. And I'm very happy that they are doing it. And honestly, 2020 is turning out pretty well so far. We got the roleplay union back, we got LSRP back. I guess that's relative to who is, you know, for whom. Some people want other communities that they don't like to stop existing, but that's kind of a toxic kind of mentality, isn't it? You know?
I'm gonna throw out a selfless plug. If anyone here watching loves the old LSRP, love funny thing that used to happen, just head to my channel. I have videos of funny and random moments compilation.
I linked your channel in the
I know.
video.
I'm just pointing it out because not many people check it out, and I still love, to this day, I love watching those videos again.
Oh yeah,
I'm super happy with them.
I also watched them. Amazing shit.
I don't really watch the SD ones anymore, but I do definitely watch the fail ones, especially the private ones that I have. Yeah, probably seen. So right now I'm looking through your old videos and just seeing what videos.
Yeah.
I remember some of how we.
See, somehow this doesn't feel fulfilling though. You know, I'm playing right now and I'm just driving around, and you know, I have justification for driving around. My character is looking for people to invite to his pawn shop. I always try to make a justification for what my characters do, so that they're not just randomly driving out. Because who just goes in their car? I guess they do sometimes, but not that often. Anyway,
Oh my god.
what?
Hang on. You do know what one of the most stressful things was on LSRP?
Tell me.
The 9/11 memorial.
Oh yeah, you organized the 9/11 memorial, didn't you?
I did. No, I didn't organize the whole thing.
But
But I
you were
had
the one
to-
speaking.
I was the one speaking, and I remember I used to be a fucking captain. And I was up on the stage as a captain with all the leaders of the faction. And I was the only FD person that was a fucking captain. Speaking in front of like 300 people or something. I hated. I hated that.
Did you
shit so
actually
much.
like get anxious that something would happen?
Yeah, I was fucking anxious IRL. Because I haven't prepared anything prior.
Oh well, that's that's a reason to be anxious. Why didn't you prepare? Was it like a short notice?
No, I was telling myself, I'm gonna do it next hour. Oh, I'm gonna do it next hour.
Oh,
and I just kept on
procrastination,
putting
the
it
pain
off.
of people's
Yeah.
existence. I can sympathize with that.
And then I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna leg it. It's gonna be fine. I mean, it ended up fine. It's just I was anxious. So,
Improvising a speech, especially about 9/11. Good job.
especially when 300 people in front of me are fucking listening or reading. Yeah.
I have experienced something similar. We had in uni, we had a bonding camp, for like 2 days, where we just do a couple of challenges so that we get to know our course mates. We had a talent show, and what I did for a talent show was a motivational speech. So while everybody spent the entire day preparing, I did the opposite. I was just chilling. I was just minding my own business. And then when it came to my time to present, I picked up a white piece of paper. I went on stage and I pretended to be reading from it. And I just improvised the entire speech. I was like, what is motivation? Motivation has come to us. It has come to us from the very beginning of mankind. From the moment the man struck rock. You know, I improvised the entire speech for like 10 minutes. And, you know, I noticed that people were getting a little, you know, doubtful of myself. And eventually I went, you know what's a really good example of motivation? And then I flipped the paper that I was pretending to be reading from, and I showed everybody that it was empty, and I'm like, I improvised this entire script. And you know, I got some applause, I got some weird looks, but I don't know, I liked it. I got a good rating. I got a 9 out of 10 by the judges, but maybe they were just putting pity on me.
I'm just looking back. I opened your video from the 9/11 memorial, and I'm looking at like I stopped it, and I'm looking at the people that were there, and I see myself, but I also see some of my old friends, and it's just bringing back memories.
Yeah.
Did you, when you were there at the memorial, did you know it was me who was talking, or?
Honestly, no. No, I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't pay attention to that. All I cared about is trying to not say anything controversial, and then I fucking called Osama Hussein. Or Mohammed,
No.
I think. Yeah, I called him
Fuck.
Mohammed.
No.
So, I don't think he was actually called Mohammed, was he? I don't even know to this day.
But I mean- Huh?
He's Osama bin Laden. Mohammed. Wait, he's Mohammed. He hears a lot of names. Okay, look, a lot of people called me out on it. I don't know why they called me out on it, because that's appears to be. I don't think I said anything. Apparently I said something anyway. I messed up anyway, and it was just not good. And I was just improvising the speech then as well. I improvised most of my speeches. I was talking in front of an audience as well at the time, so basically we were both kind of talking in front of an audience, right? Just in 2 different ways. Do you think it that way?
Sure.
I don't even know what to ask you, man. Jesus. What would you say was the best time on LSRP? What year for you?
2016.
2016? That was the year I was banned the most.
Yeah, I know. That's the. Nah, it was like late 2016 and early 2007. That was the best trip.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was about the time I started taking like my image seriously, trying to fix everything. It didn't amount to anything. What was that? Was that funny?
That was a good one.
Alright, whatever you say.
Yeah, I think you're not a good comedian, but that you should always lead with that joke.
Okay.
Can I just point out to everyone, we've tried introducing the stream 4 times, but every time he would just start streaming and not record. One time he even went on streaming like 20 minutes, and I could hear him talking in the background, but he wasn't actually streaming.
Listen here, I was talking just in case I was streaming, okay?
Yeah, in case you were streaming, yeah.
Okay, so imagine you're in this situation where you don't know whether or not you're streaming, okay?
Yes.
What's the best thing to do? Do nothing or, you know, talk as if
Check.
you are streaming?
No, you know what the best thing is? Check if you're streaming. Open up your channel and.
Okay,
Idiot.
I guess I can't argue with that. I was trying to, my phone was messing up at the time, but...
I can totally tell you're an experienced streamer.
Well, I mean, again, I stopped streaming for a while because every time I would stream, I actually got killed. And I want to say this, I haven't gotten killed yet. I've been streaming for how long? It's actually been, yeah, it's actually been over an hour, I think, at this point.
Oh, dude. Do you remember how when I was trading you?
Oh, yeah. Somebody just pulled up and just sprayed
pulled
it
up
with an M4.
with the fucking AK.
Oh, okay, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, it was an AK. I still have the video somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, I uploaded it. That's where it is. It's in one of the funny random moments.
Oh yeah, you do good at editing, but you gotta upload more often, man.
See, I don't play any games, so
Okay, how about just make videos about real life?
if you give me a good camera for that, I'll do that.
Use your phone
I mean-
camera. Smartphone cameras are good enough. It doesn't have to be good quality. It just has to be entertaining.
Hang on, I'll
That's
do
all it
it.
has to be. All right. Well, yeah. What is this guy doing? Anyway, listen. LSRP is back in all its glory, and this
Right, I'm
all,
back.
all of this just. I'm just looking at the nonsense that's happening. All the people chasing me. All the people, fucking.
See,
doing all this
I
crazy shit.
recently I have done a bunch of videos from real life, but I can't exactly show it to the public, most of them. But I did release a Slovak Dashcam compilation channel, so I guess that counts.
Hey, you just do what you love. Honestly, just do what you love. If you,
I do. I love the aggressive typing.
Yes, because somebody just fucking, they won't stop, and I can't ignore them. Hold on, he's reaching into his waistband. I gotta sock him in his jaw.
But anyway, I do think I'm gonna be leaving.
That's
At
fair
least
enough.
for-
I wasn't planning to be streaming for long anyway. I promised I would get more people in. I mean, we do have the roleplay unit. Oh Jesus, this guy's seriously ramming me. I guess playing LSRP is a little distracting, but I really wanted to do it because I just found out it's back, at least to an extent. So I obviously wanted to do something about it. This guy's chasing me. I want to thank you for coming on this interview. I want to thank you for sharing all that stuff that you did share. Because that's a lot of insight.
Carrying dream today.
And I want to say that I can personally attest to the fact that you were a captain of FD, that you were a tester. I know that for a fact.
What about the chief party? You can't attest to that.
Maybe if you stop insulting me for a second, I'll attest to that as well. But yeah, We've been friends for a long
Luckily-
time, man.
Luckily, I have proof of that still, so
Shit, you invited me to come to your... this summer. You invited me to come to Ed Sheeran, right?
yeah, Ed Sheeran. That's how you pronounce it.
I don't pronounce names correctly, you know that's my thing.
Yeah.
I want to be
Yeah,
more memorable in people's lives, so I don't...
I'm noticing the pattern. Anyway, go ahead, yeah, what you say?
you know, I'm gonna try and get a license and maybe I'll be able to hang out, maybe we'll do a vlog or something. What do you think about that?
I'm down.
And this year, 2020, is gonna be the year we're gonna focus on entertainment. The year we're gonna... The good year, you know? It's gonna be a good year where we're actually gonna fucking...
I mean, I'm going to Croatia and Belgrade this year.
Oh, meet up with Turko.
Fuck that.
Come on.
Yeah, fuck that. But I'm meeting up with a bunch of great.
Hey, we can definitely hang out. We can definitely do something. I want to make a movie. You know, that's what I want to say. I have a couple New Year's resolution. One is a very realistic one, not really, but kind of sticking to a sleeping schedule. You know, that's one of my New Year's resolutions. Is trying to stick to a sleeping schedule. Another one is just like what would I oh yeah, making a movie. I want to make a movie, at least like
But what kind of a movie?
I want to make an action movie with fucking Ivan Khrushchev. You know, I want to continue his story, the story of Ivan Khrushchev.
I love how every time I look at the stream, I just see this dude ramming.
Yeah, it's pretty much it.
Hail LSRP.
Yep, that's good old LSRP. You can't even argue about that.
Oh, somebody yelled a Realism. I love that.
Why can I
shit.
not punch this guy back?
I love this server so.
He's just gonna kill me. Run! Jesus. Fuck this guy, I'm leaving. Alright. He's not gonna roleplay anything either way.
You know, I always
Look at this shit.
I always reaped the benefits of your friend.
And usually, like, I would, like, go down and roleplay the injuries and
Huh?
shit like that, but... Fuck, this guy is just... Look at this shit, okay. I'm just happy that LSRP is back. Do I have any fucking guns in here or something? Who is this guy?
But you know why I always reap the benefits of being your friend.
What's the benefits for being
Like,
my friend?
right? Because you're famous on LSRP,
I guess.
right? To the LSRP community. So, but you get all the bad attention. You get a lot of bad attention.
And you get all the good attention.
And I got all of the good. Because people would just message me saying they like the videos, or they found me funny or whatever, or you know, people would just say hi, Callan, stuff like that. And I've never had anyone try to kill me or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm happy. Anyway, I'm gonna head off.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming you'll keep streaming for a bit. Milia.
Yeah. See you, man. I love you as well. Dude, I just said I'm running out of the passenger side door. What a fucking asshole.
Alright,
Fuck this
anyway, stream. Thanks for having me, everyone.
guy. Fuck this guy.
I know
Yep.
you all love me. I love you all too. That's my New Year's resolution, to love everyone. Anyway. Yep.
Yeah, hold on, I'm sprinting.
Have fun with Userone spamming of his space.
Yeah, not space. I changed my
It sounds like the spacebar. All right. Anyway,
It's shift. Close enough.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. Take care, man.
everyone.
I love you. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming here. Thank you for giving us so much insight.
I got you. All right.
Yeah, they did.
All right.
Well,
See y'all.
oh boy, what a stream. I didn't expect it to go well anyway. But one thing I want to say is I'm happy that LSRP is back. I'm happy that LSRP is back. Today we didn't get to interview anybody but Reese. But honestly, that was a pretty... It wasn't the most organized interview, I'll admit that. But we learned a couple of things, and that is LSRP's focus on realism is not the thing that a lot of people want. I guess it's like an over-focus at this point. So, why is it relevant to me? Because I run roleplay union where we try to figure out the best way to do a roleplay server. So that's what I'm trying to do. And again, you saw that we have at the beginning of the stream we've shown our bot that is capable of accepting suggestions. It'll be easier to make suggestions, and it'll be easier to vote on suggestions. It'll be easier to find suggestions. 2020. Did you guys hear that? Somebody's celebrating still. Fireworks. Chinese New Year probably. But what I want to say is thank you so much for the support over the years. Genuinely. And to all the people that have supported Roleplay Union since I started in the September, thank you so much. We've already been through so much, and it's only been like half a year. I am excited for 2020. I think 2020 is going to be the year we're going to do new stuff. So stay tuned for new stuff, new content. I'm going to do something with this camera, that stand, that green screen, and with all the other stuff. I also got kind of a new version of the editing software. That's what I edited the video with, the channel art video. I actually could not fast forward videos more than 3 times before. 4 times, sorry. But now I can do 40 times. I can do 40 times as fast. And that's what I used in that last video. I can fast forward videos 40 times as fast, and that helps me make time lapses and stuff like that. Obviously there were workarounds either way, but that and those other benefits to it, honestly, I'm just looking forward to what this year has to offer. And again, Roleplay Union, it's back. We're back, baby. Stay awesome and have a great new decade.